That's football for you, man. That is football for you. Newcastle 2, United 1. 1 week you're high in the sky, and then the next week, not even the next week, a few days later, Newcastle are mocking your club all over social media, talking about that's why they call us United, all that. But get out of here, man. But what an abysmal performance from everyone involved, the coaching staff, the players. It hurts, man. It hurts. Michael Carrick's 10-game unbeaten run ends to a Newcastle United that have been awful in the last 5 games. I think it's 4 losses in the last 5 games. That's why it hurts, man. That's why it hurts. And it hurts again because we've lost another game to a team with 10 men. It was Everton at Old Trafford first, and now it's Newcastle at St James's Park. And I was expecting a crowd that was up for it. I was expecting players that were gonna go for the throat, but we just didn't respond. The first 45 minutes were atrocious. I thought Kobe Mainu had an awful game. Luke Shaw again, just his usual Luke Shaw self, really. Just loses focus. His mentality of just keeping, that focus throughout every single game, just coming back. I thought Mazraoui had an awful game. Bruno Fernandes throwing his toys out the pram, all of that. Sesko looked lost up top. I thought he had a few little cameos. I think in the first half when he had a nice little shimmy past the Newcastle defender on the touchline. But other than that, didn't see much from Sesko. I liked Xerxes when he came on. When he came on in the second half, showed a bit of fight. He wanted to be on the ball. He wanted to take players on. He wanted to actually shoot. And I don't understand it. We don't need to play so many passes. Just have a shot on goal. We seen it today in the Arsenal-Brighton game. Just have a shot. It can go anywhere. But, man, it's a frustrating loss, man. It's a frustrating loss, especially to 10 men. And a Newcastle side that's been absolutely poor, shocking. They just lost to Everton a couple of days ago. And it hurts, man. It hurts, but it is what it is. A breakdown of the game. I thought that penalty to give that away seconds after they got a player sent off with Jacob Ramsey getting sent off for a dive. I thought that was poor from a leader like Bruno Fernandes. And you know what? We need to have a conversation about Bruno. We genuinely need to have a conversation about Bruno because the second half against Palace, I was saying Ballon d'Or Bruno, but the first half against Palace was I've got an itch because it's pissed me off today, man. I've got an itch. But yeah, man, Bruno Fernandes, that first half against Palace and then that whole 90 minutes, I'd say, against Newcastle was shocking. And again, the old habits of these players are creeping up, and I can see it over the last few games now. Bruno Fernandes moaning, throwing his toys out the pram, making silly mistakes on short passes. Although he got an assist, he's on the verge of beating that assist record. I think he'll get there this season, and it'll be a tremendous season for Bruno Fernandes. But I think just his overall game sometimes he can be better in, especially as a leader, as captain of Manchester United as well. I thought defense wasn't great, especially our fullbacks. We need to upgrade in our left back position. Luke fucking Shaw, man. He can't just. We need to move on from this guy. He's not consistent enough. He's not good enough, and he will never be a top player for Manchester United. We need to move on from Luke Shaw. A left back is a priority, obviously, along with our central midfield pairing. We definitely need two centre mids, and we definitely need to upgrade that left back position to Casemiro. He's a genius, man. Genuinely, Casemiro is a genius. His heading ability since joining Manchester United, I don't know if it's probably because he's played with great headers of the ball with Sergio Ramos, Ronaldo, Benzema. He must learn and know his know-how of getting in the right position for corners, for set pieces. It's out of this world. He is a genius. And as soon as we took him off, we just lost control of the game. And we seriously need to consider making sure whoever we replace Casemiro with is up to scratch, because if he's not, this team is going to crumble, because you can tell when Casemiro went off, the team they looked lost. They looked lost, man. And Ugarte, never want to see him in a United shirt. Didn't want to see him now. Don't want to see him after the summer. But yeah, Casemiro, what a genius. Salute to you, man. Just a top player. And yeah, we just lost the game. As soon as he was not involved, as soon as we took him off, we looked lost. And genuinely, I thought we'd get the second goal, but that midfield just looked out of balance. It lacked a leader. And Bruno playing in that, when we switched to a more 4-4-2 with Xerxes and Sesko up top, it just didn't look right. And yeah, I got to talk about Brian Mbeumo as well, because as much plaudits as I'm going to give Casemiro, Brian Mbeumo over the last few weeks, he's a killer. He's a killer. He knows where the goal is. But if he doesn't get those opportunities, he fades away in games. And it's getting frustrating, because you know the quality he has, but you cannot be a top Man United player and succeed at this club if you're just a goal scorer. You need to have more to your game. You need to be able to get players involved. You need to get yourself involved. You need to take players on. You play on the wing for Manchester United. We need more from Brian Mbeumo. Yeah, I know you're a killer, but I need you to get involved in the game. Take your man on. It's frustrating, man, but yeah. What else can you say, man? You just have to take it on the chin and move on. Yeah, let's get into your hot takes. Let's get into your reviews, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, new videos every other day. Please support. Let's get into it. All right, first one here. Once again, I think Carrick cannot be given it full time. His subs are always way too late. We are just lucky Sesko's been up for it. One of the only options, but I know one of the only options was Malacia, but should have never been brought on given the circumstance of the match. Mbeumo was really poor today. Didn't seem to be making the right choices at all, whether it was crossing, shooting, or anything. 100% agree with that. Hate to be that guy, but Mainu is simply not good enough. Wow, I've seen a lot of Kobe criticism on X today. This isn't the Kobe everyone saw those first 2 years. The intensity and smoothness on the ball isn't the same. Don't mind him at the club, but we need better. He isn't good enough. Go get Tonali or Guimaraes this summer. That's what we need to move forward. Any of those would be a remarkable summer transfer window. But yo, I agree. I agree in terms of those last two paragraphs. And Mbeumo, I've already talked about it, absolutely poor. And not just today, the last few games. For me, he hasn't been in the game as much. Once again, I think Carrick cannot be given it full time. I understand that. And you know what? I agree with that Malacia part of your comment. He should never have been brought on. You're throwing him into a lion's den, a lion's cage, whatever you want to call it. Literally, you threw him at St. James's Park in his first game back with 5 minutes to go, where Newcastle have just put on a fresh striker on in Osula. You put him on. It was inexperienced decision from Carrick and Cole, but yeah, we move on, man. It's AG, man. I best open this because I know he likes his tactical breakdowns. Newcastle was superior physically and athletically. That was expected. What was surprising was Carrick's lack of a plan B. He sets us up to place through them, despite them being known for their spirit and vigor. We couldn't even turn half the time. 100% agree with that. All this leads me to believe either he's stubborn or he's a one-trick pony. I wouldn't say he's a one-trick pony. We've seen how he can go in and out of shape, so I wouldn't say that. If there ever was any game we could have used a 3-4-3, this was it, especially after they went down to 10 men. What's even more concerning is how we're regressing physically with each game week. If you ask me, this was needed. We've been getting away with half-ass performances for some time now. Fully expect hit pieces to come out. Oh, I get you with regards to his personality and the shorter sessions. Interested to see how Michael reacts. Yeah, man, it's all about reaction. Can you bounce back, Michael Carrick, Steve Holland? Can you get these players to perform for you guys? And it'll be interesting. I like your point here about going to a 3-4-3, especially after they went down to 10 men, because you wouldn't totally assume that the 3-4-3 can be as more attacking than a 4-3-3. But yeah, I get your point. But I think we haven't really seen Michael Carrick go to a 3-4-3. He's gone to 5 at the back to cement, winning positions. Going to a 3-4-3 would have been an option, but yeah, AG, man, there's questions to be answered on Michael Carrick, and We have to see how he reacts. And there will definitely be hit pieces on Carrick. Can he bounce back? Will he get stressed? Will he, crawl into a ball? Will he crawl away? Or can he, lift them collars up and bounce back? That's all it's about, man. You have to be able to be a Man United manager and bounce back from adversity, man. Mild Stack says, Mbeumo on fraud watch. Ahmad should be starting way more direct. No width on the left-hand side with Cunha. He needs to actually play his position. Covered it in the last 10 minutes of this video, bro. And Mbeumo, honestly, his last few performances have been disgusting to watch. He looks like he lacks some game sharpness. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this one game a week. Maybe they need to play more games. Maybe we need to invite some lower league teams to play these guys in 11-a-side games, because I don't know what it is, but Mbeumo has been shocking. Ahmad should be starting he's way more direct. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you on that. In terms of the Cunha thing, you just can't take Bruno out of his position, so he's just gonna have to hold that left side position. But Cunha in the first 45 minutes, he was outstanding. The way he glides on the pitch is unreal, man. So I think we can, for now, keep him on the left. Obviously, in the summer, Carrick's already come out that he's going to that United are going to look at left wing as a priority. So we see who we get in that position. We'll go for one more here. We have United Blood says everyone besides Uncle Cass hit the next level of mediocrity in their play. They played as if they made sure to get a safe result. Where was the fight and fearless attitude? These players can play football. It has been shown time to time. It's all mental. It's all mentality, man. It's all mentality, I'm telling you. And Shaw should not be anywhere near my club after this season. I can't remember when I last saw him crossing a football. Thank you. Cunha and Mbeumo didn't even feed Sesko or anything. Yeah, Mazraoui wasn't going for a attack like Dalot and should have been subbed off. Mbeumo for Ahmad. Bruno was sloppy too. That Shaw point. Luke Shaw should not be anywhere near Manchester United Football Club come next summer. Please, man, get rid of this guy. Please, I'm begging. Fulham, West Ham, Brighton, Crystal Palace. Come on, man, just throw a £5 million bid. Wipe our hands from this guy, man. From this fraudulent left back that's fooled the whole country into thinking he's a good player. He frustrates me. United Blood, that's my favourite review. That's my favourite review of the Newcastle United game. United Blood. Shaw should not be anywhere near this football club. But yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys down the road for the next video.